Rage in the cage. Raven and Omega fighting tooth and nail. And look out! Welcome to another exciting edition of NLW 24/7. We are just 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, that big two-night supercard coming your way. We already know that the main event of night one is going to be Kazuchika Okada versus Eddie Guerrero. We also know that Hollywood's own Batista will make an appearance at SummerSlam, and tonight we will find out what the main event will be of night two, because it's going to be for the 24/7 title, but who will be the champion heading into SummerSlam? Will it be Kenny Omega? Will it be Raven? Stick around to find out as they fight inside of a solid steel cage. But that is not all. We have also had a shocking couple of days this past week. We are on the road to SummerSlam Tour. Some of the best wrestlers in the world competing in the ring. And one of the matches on hand was a dream match between Daniel Bryan and Arn Anderson. A clash of generations. The prize on the line was a shot at the 24/7 championship. But the match was marred in controversy after the arrival of the boss of a rival promotion. Daniel Bryan and Arn Anderson have wrestled for about 20 minutes here. The prize on the line is the 24/7 title. Look at this! A spinebuster from Arn Anderson, but he can't make the cover. Who will get the shot at the title? Both men are down.
I'm sick of this crap. This NLW 24/7 crap. It's too violent. It's too chaotic. The championship changes hands every week. Who the hell wants to watch that? I have enough money to buy and sell every single one of you in this arena. And don't ask me how I did it, but I have made this a triple threat #1 contenders match.
Well, hold on a minute. Daniel Bryan and Arn Anderson have been wrestling for about 20 minutes here, fighting for a title shot. What gives?
So now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the third man in this #1 contenders match, a man who I have personally managed. Please welcome Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant, are you kidding me? Vince McMahon seemingly buying his way into this. And there's a big slam from Andre. And now Vince counting the cover. What is this about? Well, Vince McMahon seemingly buying his way into this company. He has no say here. He's got no sway. And Andre claiming to be the new #1 contender. So there you have it. Somehow Vince has bought his way into the show with his new client Andre the Giant. Surely this doesn't make Andre the #1 contender. This isn't legitimate, is it? Well, nevertheless, we do have a sanctioned NLW 24/7 title match to show you, and it's going to take place inside of a steel cage. Kenny Omega defends against the man who made the challenge for this match last week, Raven. The following contest is a steel cage match for the NLW 24/7 Championship. Brought about by the mind games of this man, Raven. So it is written, so it shall come to pass. Thank you, John, for requesting this match. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And Raven has been eyeing up that 24/7 title. We saw it on the last episode. Raven made the challenge for this steel cage match. He wants no interference, no excuses from Kenny Omega. And you know, in this cage, this is Raven's playground, his house of fun, where he will torment, he will beat up, and I know that Raven, he puts on this nonchalant demeanor, but deep down, he wants to hurt, punish Kenny Omega en route to the 24/7 title. But will the cleaner allow that to happen? Only time will tell. Here comes Kenny Omega, the NLW 24/7 champion. We've seen him in backstage brawls. He has still remained champion, but tonight, his first match in the ring, in that steel cage, I should say, who, you know what, for a man like Kenny Omega to step in this match against a man like Raven shows you his courage, but right now the match is underway. Raven wasting little time. The only way to win this steel cage match is to escape over the top or out of the door. And now Raven clatters Kenny Omega and delivers the Bulldog. But you know that Raven, look at that with that headbutt on the floor. Raven's not going to try and win this one too soon. He wants to punish and have fun at the expense of Kenny Omega beforehand. It's going to get hardcore, it's going to get extreme. But that is what Raven is used to as he delivers a dropkick into the cage. This solid 16-foot high cage, which Raven now scales to try and escape. And it's a game of cat and mouse here as Kenny Omega stops him. And the delayed German suplex. Kenny Omega stopping Raven from escaping the cage too early, but now you can't escape. Omega climbs the cage and delivers a moonsault from it. Great innovation from Omega, the 24/7 champion, who now decides it's time to try and escape. But Raven's right on his tail and sends Omega face first into the cage wall, and look out! Side Russian leg sweep from the top rope. And that may have done a number on the back of Kenny Omega, and the more damage that Raven does to that spine, the more damage that is going to be done to Kenny Omega so that he cannot escape this solid steel cage. But a big time clothesline from Raven, who once again goes over the top, trying to get out of the steel cage. And now again, look at Omega. Omega fighting and meeting Raven on the top there, but Raven tries to fight his way free, and now both men perched on top. And these two fighting hell for leather now on top of the steel cage, but Raven now, oh my god, look out! Superplex from the top of the cage. Pulling Kenny Omega over, and both men sent crashing 15 feet to the floor. Unbelievable. Look at the height that Raven lifted Omega from the outside of the cage, brought back in, got a wily coyote cam there to capture that brutal suplex. And Raven with a sidekick. May have given him a concussion, but this will, oh my goodness, a huge spike pile driver from Raven, and now Raven trying to escape. Raven is close, he's almost out. Look at Omega. Omega trying to climb towards the door. And is Omega going to escape, but Raven sees it and now slamming the cage in the face of Omega. And now picks up Kenny Omega, catapult into the cage, but like Spider-Man, climbs it. Omega on the outside, now Raven trying desperately to get up there and meet him, and he does. So quick, but Omega now back in. And now a Snapdragon suplex on the top of the cage, my god. Did you see how Raven landed on his head? Snapdragon from the top rope. Kenny Omega now wonders how much he's got left in the tank. Is he able to escape? Look at this again. Snapdragon taking out Raven. And once again, Raven may know the meaning of hardcore, but Kenny Omega is relentless here. Goes for the V-trigger, but Raven moves out of the way. Now Raven, with a couple of jabs, turns around into a V-trigger. And Kenny Omega going to pick him up with the last amount of strength he has. And a gut-wrench powerbomb into the side of the cage. And now Omega firing up. Shoots his gun. Looking for the V-trigger into the side of the cage. One-winged angel perhaps. No! Raven effect. But Omega shoves him into the cage. A moment of separation. Now going to run at Raven again. But Raven backdrops Kenny Omega into the cage. This has been an all-out war, and now Raven working over the ankle with the ankle lock. Very smart strategy. It means that Omega can't climb. Trying to wrench on that ankle, but now Omega rolls through, and Raven goes face first into the side of the cage. Kenny Omega wants to do further damage perhaps. Springboard dropkick, no, caught into a powerbomb. And now it is the Raven effect, that even flow DDT. Omega may be knocked out. We may have a new NLW 24/7 champion here. Raven climbing. He's on the outside now. So close, but Omega running to the top again. How does he do it? Now both men fighting atop the steel cage. It's a sheer drop, but a punch from Raven. And now walking along the side of the cage. Oh my God! V-trigger, and Raven's got his foot caught. And now Kenny Omega escapes the cage. And Kenny Omega retaining the NLW 24/7 title. And someone's going to have to help Raven get down from there. He's stuck in a precarious position on top of that steel cage. But what poise, what innovation and balance.
Hey Kenny,
Kenny Omega used.
Hey Kenny, you're the big man that everyone's talking about. Here I am trying to promote my movie. I'm the biggest star this place has, and everyone's talking about you. Well, at SummerSlam, everyone's going to be talking about me. Because on night 2, I'm not just going to be making an appearance, I'm going to be wrestling you. And I'm going to take your 24/7 championship, Kenny Omega, and take it to Hollywood when no one can touch me. Give me what I want, or all the people you love, they're going to get hurt.
Well, Batista has the Young Bucks with him, apparently has attacked them, and now he wants a 24/7 title match, and it looks as if it's going to happen. Kenny Omega versus Batista, main eventing SummerSlam Night 2. I cannot wait for that matchup. What other big matches do you think will be made? What do you think Vince and Andre have planned for SummerSlam? And how will Kenny Omega respond to his friends being assaulted by Batista? Find out all this and more on the Go Home edition of NLW 24/7 as we head in on the road to SummerSlam. Thank you to John on Patreon for requesting this NLW 24/7 title match. If you'd like to request your own match for me to make, head over to my Patreon. The link is in the description.